Time doesn't exist, there's more to what we see. Let's sit down, talk about it, let's just call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T, P.O.T, yeah. Let's call it P.O.T.
Pontification of Thought Podcast.
Yo, what's up, P.O.T heads? I got another fucking great episode for you guys, man. Wait till you hear this. I got my boys, the LAP, Lazy Ass Pupils in the house. These guys been doing a lot of fucking noise in motherfucking Chicago, but I'm gonna let them introduce themselves real quick, so please introduce yourself.
Yeah, what up? I'm Ass Tech,
I'm Chain. What's up?
And I'm Granny.
and we're the Lazy Ass Pupils.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, man. Like these guys are like so far, from what I've been listening, you guys have like your own unique sound, like and
Thanks, man.
and like I think people should be listening to it. You know what I mean? So like, for my first question is like, where are you guys like getting your beats from?
Oh, we make them.
Yeah, we do
make
everything
'em.
in-house.
Oh,
Yeah, either I'm making the beats or Ronnie's making the beats. So
And then Madsec will make beats too. Like he recently started getting more into it, but at first it was always should we go like more into the history of it? How like
yeah. Like, well, let's bring it all the way back. How did you guys meet? And like,
Ooh.
this will be beautiful because it'll
Yeah.
tie into the beat making. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
great. So I'll kick this one off. So on my 21st birthday, so I went to high school with Chaim. So me and him been going way back.
what high school was that?
That was Morton West
Morton
out in
West.
Berwyn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shout out Morton West.
Yeah,
Go
shout out
Mustangs.
Morning West.
yeah.
But so me and Chain went to Morton West. We were real tight back then. And then like, you know how life goes, you kind of take your separate paths and sometimes.
For sure, yeah.
So from there, he would always drop music. And I would always just love it. You know, like I see it on SoundCloud, you know, I'd heart it, I'd share it, and I'd be like, yeah, dude, my boy makes music. That's my boy that makes music. That's Chain. And then I would always tell Maztec about Chain too. So Maztec I come to know through a mutual friend. And then I'd start hanging out with Maztec a bit more. I'd show him Chain's music. Then my 25th birthday comes around. And then we're like, we're having a little party at my mom's house. We're all chilling. And then one of our mutual friends named Daniel, shout out Daniel. He was like, hey, is it cool if I go through? I'm like, yeah, for sure, slide. And he's like, is it cool if I bring Chain? And I'm like, dude, of course, bring him. Why not? I haven't seen this guy in years. Bring him through. So then that night, Maztec was going to come through too. And I'm like, hey, bro, guess what? He's like, what? I'm bringing Chain. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, Chain's going to be here. So then when they finally met, it was like, it was a great moment. Like, I don't know. How would you describe that?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go back a little bit more. So we met through a mutual friend, but we didn't start hanging out till like 4 years after we knew each other.
Right.
And that was because, I mean, life or whatever. But once I got my apartment, we were like 2 blocks away from each other. It was perfect.
Oh shit.
So
what
we
are the
just, like,
chances, right?
Right?
I found out he lived by me just randomly. He passed by my mom's house. And he's like, hey, you want to help me grab an AC? And I'm like,
Yeah.
let's go.
I was like,
What
yo,
the fuck?
I was like, wait, I was like, Granny, what are you
like-
doing, bro? He's like,
what
oh,
the fuck, you
chilling.
live around here?
For real.
Yeah,
I'm down.
He was chilling. I was like, what you doing? He's like, nothing, chilling. I was like, bro, you want to come get an AC with me? He's like, fuck it. And then after that, we just started hanging out. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I live here. And he's like, yeah, I live right here. I always wanted to make music, but I never got the chance to. And I had started, so Lazy Ass Pupils, and we'll get a little bit more into the history of that name a little bit later. I don't want to go on too many tangents right now. but I was like, it was already an idea I had at that time. And I told Granny, I was like, hey, bro, like, I want to rap, this and that. And one day I'm just chilling in his room. We were smoking. I think we were hitting the bong that night.
Of course.
And,
That's all great night start.
Yeah, and then we just put on some, like,
That's how a lot of good music
Yeah.
starts too, right?
yeah, we were
Bong
just chilling.
rip, bam.
We were chilling, and I think I put on some beats. And this dude just pulls up with like a poem book and just starts rapping.
At that time, so I would always have like a little notebook and I just write poems. And originally, when I wrote these poems, they were with the intention of them being on a song or like at least on a beat. And most of them I would write to his beats. So when he'd make music and I liked how the beat went, and I'd be like, okay, I could write to that.
I
So
didn't
you've
even
been
know that.
making music, beats for a while?
Yeah. I was making music around the time it was your birthday, which was 2020 or
That'll be
2019.
my 25th, like 2019, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I was making music way before, like even in high school, like I was writing. So I didn't learn how to make beats until like we all
Linked
we're
up?
at his house, yeah,
Oh,
for his
okay,
birthday.
okay.
Like I was already in the process of learning how to make my own beats.
Right, right.
So that day when we clicked up, it was pretty much that's
So-
how it all started.
So that day that when you were like, oh, I'm gonna bring Chain over here, like,
Yeah.
that was the day.
I had no intentions of making music.
Yeah.
To be honest, like it was really just kind of like, all right, I get to see my boy again, and I got my other homie that gets to meet my boy that makes music. So it'll be like kind of like a cool moment. And then it was that day that we were just like, why don't we just make music? Like,
Yeah,
why don't
no,
we just
'cause-
get together and make music?
Because back in my apartment, like before I met him, I mean, I was listening to his music. I fucked with his music right off the bat.
Right, right.
And I was like, bro, we should like make music. And like we started going through the idea. We started writing together. And then one day he was just like, nah, I don't know if I want to make music. And then here we are.
That's true. Because, I mean, I was always hesitant with it. You know, that's kind of like, I feel that's a common thing artists go through.
Yeah.
Is where you have to break through that barrier of like, okay, can I drop something? Or should I make music that other people should listen to? Or should I just keep this to myself as like a, okay, yeah, I did that.
Right, right.
You know, at first, when we were first about to drop music too, I was real hesitant. Like, personally, I was like, do I really want to put myself out there like that in front of like everybody? And I think it was Jose that really convinced me to be like, you know what, just do it. And I was like, yeah, you're right, I'll do it. And then from there, it became a lot easier.
Yeah, so like going a little back to what you were talking about, like with the poems and stuff, is that what you were using for the songs already, or you guys just started like fresh, like fuck it, we're gonna
For
start
some
fresh?
of them. So for some songs that I already have something written, other ones I would go through my old poems and kind of draw inspiration. All of it stems from just like pain, really, things like that.
Like the first couple songs that we made together were all like original. Like he didn't use any of his poems. We were just making the beats right there and then writing to it and then laying it down. Like on the, remember that small little microphone I had?
Yeah. Oh, dude.
We didn't have no setup.
We
You
had
know?
no
that's
setup.
how
Yeah.
most shit happens though. Like, you know what? Let's use what we have. For now, let's use what we have. This shit will come later. You know, like the equipment or whatever the fuck you need. You know, which is like that. You know, that's how you know you really want to fucking do it. You know, you're like at no fucking. I'm not stopping because I only have this fucking little whatever the fuck mic.
Yeah, and we were just like, I don't know, in over our heads a little bit because we're just like, yeah, let's link up the next day at his birthday party and make music when we had no equipment. We just had a laptop.
Yeah, so that night, he just started, like, we were a little lit. All of us were a little lit. And he started putting beats. He's like, can I play you guys some beats? I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. You know? And he's like, yeah, dude, go ahead. Put some beats on, whatever. He started putting them on. I'm a little lit. So I start freestyling. Then he starts freestyling. Gronny jumps in. And then he's like, wait, what are you guys doing tomorrow? And I was like, oh, you know, I'm off tomorrow. And Gronny was like, dude, I'm unemployed.
Ooh.
I'm free whenever y'all are free.
It was COVID.
That's fucking dope, bro. 'Cause like it almost seems like you guys decided to do that shit at the right time.
That's how
Yeah.
we think about
I
it.
always say
That's
it was
fucking
perfect
crazy,
timing.
bro. Like that's how shit. Like that's how you know when like good artists or bands or whatever the fuck when that's like when they have that type of story. That's when you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, because
something-
mind you, we're drunk already. We're like,
Yeah.
he could have easily not came. I could have easily not came the
I'm
next
pretty
day.
sure I was off of like shrooms too, maybe.
See,
No, it was-
like, bro, we were just
it
talking
was
shit.
acid.
We were just talking.
It was acid.
We were just talking shit. Like, yeah, let's make music. Like, fuck
Just
it.
do it, guys.
Random fun fact: this guy can solve a Rubik's cube on anything,
Whoa.
on any substance.
Yeah, I was at a party once, bro, and I had was it shrooms that day or
It was
acid
the day
too?
that I met him. He was on acid and he was just solving a Rubik's cube. Back
and then I was
before-
playing guitar. So I was like,
Oh,
hey,
shit, at the same time.
nah,
No,
That
that's
would
a
be
different skill.
crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
He wouldn't need us at that point.
Hey, hey, for real though, like when you take like shrooms and shit, like that should be like trippy as fuck. Like it could put you in a zone that you like you either tripping out or you really fucking focused on some shit.
It could go really bad too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I know
That's
that.
That's
Bad
a
trips.
whole different conversation. Like, I could have a whole separate podcast episode on just the effects of like psychedelics and what kind of mindset you need to have going into them as well.
Yeah,
because
this
it's
guy's the
all about
perfect guide.
mindset, man.
If for some reason, like on psychedelics or like when like stuff like that, like the words when something's written well, it's like fucking crazy powerful. Like when you're on that shit.
That's
You
actually
know,
crazy.
if you're listening to some dope ass lyrics and shit, you're like, oh,
They hit
you
more.
could picture that shit better.
So you've done that? You like were
Shrooms and
writing,
shit?
making music on shrooms and.
I've done
acid?
it. I've done freestyles on shrooms and shit like that,
Okay.
and I
don't
think those are the best
I don't think
ones.
I've ever done that.
Those are the best ones I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The thing is, when I realized like you know, when you're in that focus and like the power of words and shit, I was young as fuck, right? And like I didn't have shit to do, and I was always at the crib, so I was like smoking like a motherfucker. And one day I was watching those YouTube videos and shit, and like, oh man, let me see. They were talking about the Bible. Man, let me see. So I go to the Bible, bro, and I'm high as fuck. And I start reading that shit.
That's intense.
I love where this is going.
Bro, the words, like everything, I started like getting so, it was like, whoa, I'm fucking feeling some crazy shit right now.
That's the Holy Spirit, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
No, really.
I don't know what it
Yeah.
was, but like, I was like, I was in my, and because I had a little room and I turned it into a studio and shit. So I was just like smoking left and right, making beats, fucking writing shit, whatever the fuck, and tripping on watching YouTube videos and shit. And I'm like, oh, does it say that shit on the Bible? So I go to the Bible, high as fuck, and I start reading that shit, but that shit like started just.
Yeah, there's a lot of power in the Word of God, bro.
That's true.
Well, there's a lot of power in just words
And
themselves.
psychedelics.
you
That too.
Like just that's going, boy. We're digressing. So
Hey,
yeah.
no worries though. But,
so
hey,
yeah,
I love
no,
that though.
but
I
like,
love
back
that.
to the story of the like.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was pretty much it. That's how we clicked up and we formed Lazy Ass Pupils, and I don't
Who
know
came
when
up
did
with
we
the
come.
name?
Yeah, talk
Yeah,
about the
so
name.
now let's get into that.
Yeah.
So,
It's gonna be fun.
so the name, again, I wanted to make music like my whole life. I think since middle school, I felt like I wanted to rap.
Yeah.
I wasn't any good at it, but I wanted to, you know. And when I was in college, I went to Iowa State for a year.
Oh shit.
Out there, I had some homies that like we listened to rap, and one of them like. Was
What
kinda,
were you
like, in-
studying out there?
I was going for aerospace engineering.
Oh shit.
Didn't
Yeah,
work
this boy's
out.
smart. Smart.
Oh,
I'm
He's
not
smart.
smart. I make music.
Oh yeah.
Smart as you can be.
Damn right. But I was there, and I had some homies that like we all used to listen to rap and start freestyling, and
Yeah, he has some videos of him rapping like back in those days.
yeah, it's not good, but they're there.
It's decent.
He's right. It's
Hey,
not good. It's
That's how you
great.
start, bro. No one's
Hey,
ever good at
but I
this
love
shit,
that.
like-
No, I love looking at it. It's motivation.
Yeah, that's how you
far
learn.
come.
You watch your mistakes and shit.
Yeah. But yeah. So we like, I was like, dude, let's just fucking make a group, you know. And there's like 3 of us, and we're like, what the fuck's the name gonna be? So we just kept like, I think we made a list of like 30 names, and I found out they cheated. They used a Wu-Tang name generator.
A fucking name
What the
generator. Like
fuck?
on Facebook, you know how like they make those name generators? Like if your birthday's in this month,
Oh,
that's your word. If you're wearing this color shirt, that. And then
Okay,
like
yeah,
First
that
letter
shit.
of your last name.
Yeah, like
They
it
used
was
a Wu-Tang Clan name
it
generator.
was a name
the
generator, bro.
fuck?
Yeah, and we had a whole bunch of names.
what
and,
year was this?
Like 2017, 2018.
Oh shit. Okay.
And we just like we're like, all right, we got 30 names. Let's just narrow down all the ones we don't like right off the bat, and then boom, like that list came down to like maybe 10, the top 10, right?
Yeah.
From the top 10, we picked 5, and then from there we're like, all right, what's the 3 we really like? And then from there, we settled on Lazy Ass Pupils.
Ooh.
And mind you, he's talking about his homies from
Iowa State.
Iowa State, not
Iowa
us.
State. So
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't even know about any of this.
like
I mean, I already knew him. I didn't know you existed.
Yeah, exactly. This was like when he
I
was
knew
in,
you were in the ether
Yeah.
somewhere.
You were just kind of like manifesting on your own shit. You were like on the side.
Yeah,
doing
I was
something.
trying because I was writing. I think I
Yeah,
had
right
only.
here, bro.
Yeah.
I was,
yeah, so you were just like on the side doing your own little thing, coming up with names and shit. And
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a group. I grew up on like NWA, Public Enemy, all that stuff. You know, like I grew up on seeing all these groups, and then all these groups would become solo acts, and then they still keep it going and all that. That's what I wanted back then.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think that was never in the cards for me. I always wanted to make music.
So, but when you came up with that name, like you weren't expecting to have a lot of people yet. or
Nah, I wasn't expecting anything. I just wanted a name for a group. We didn't even have music.
Just to have it.
Yeah,
Like we were just like, fuck it. We're just gonna make a group, and then from the group, we're gonna find a way to get beats, and from beats, we're gonna make songs, and we're gonna figure it out along the way.
right.
And
he had all the ideas,
If we
which
could-
mattered at the time.
If we could tie back to the word of God there, it was a situation where like you just take those steps or like you go in that direction and God dictates your steps.
Yeah.
You're like, I just need a word. From there, people will come. From there, sounds will come. From there, other
Yeah.
things can come. But it's just taking that first initial direction
Yeah.
and then God being like, all right, here's your
Well,
path.
It's
It's
pretty
faith.
much creating that energy, right? Like,
Yeah.
'cause
Exactly.
faith.
everything is fucking energy, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
our lives revolved around energy.
Oh,
that's the
precisely.
Holy
You know what I'm
Spirit,
saying?
man.
So like, even when you meet people, right? Like out of the back, sometimes some motherfucker will give you like a bad vibe.
You
right?
feel it right
Yeah, you're
away.
like,
You could tell right away.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
You're
oh, bro, you feel
"Uh,
pointy.
Instant.
Like, you gotta stop.
He's still way over there. But no, but like that's how
what-
energy is, right? Like
Yeah,
that, like that's
yeah.
the crazy shit, and like it's crazy how this fucking reality or whatever the fuck we live in right now. It's crazy how when you start putting your whole focus into something and put that energy into it, like you do come about and create something like you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, like word of God, I feel like it was always there for me. I never doubted it, and it was that faith that eventually manifested it. And I told these guys that I feel like you're right. When we linked up, it was at the most perfect moment in our lives, and look at where we're at now. We haven't stopped. We've just
Not at all.
kept going.
And like, cause you guys also have like why I say you guys have your own like unique sound is because I also hear like little rock in there. You know what I'm saying? I hear
Definitely,
like the
definitely.
different
We
styles.
tried.
So like,
we tried, dude.
like you guys are like also rock heads and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
We dabble.
yeah. We like to we like to mess around with all
And
sorts of
shrooms,
genres.
yeah.
Oh
I-
yeah.
this guy didn't listen to any rap when we started making music.
Yeah, dude.
It was all
yeah.
alternative, indie,
Oh, yeah.
psychedelic rock.
Because at that point, so that was like after, so 2017, I want to say, is when like I went through like my first major heartbreak, and that was in college. And then from there, I was like, yeah, let's just take psychedelics. And then I started listening to,
you know what, fuck it.
yeah. Then I started listening a lot to like, let's see, bands like Vacations, No Vacation, just regular like indie rock type of music. And then from there, I listened to like Mexican alternative rock too. So like,
Oh yeah.
it's a lot like Zoe. I remember I saw them live too. That was pretty cool. But it's just a lot of like music that kind of just makes me okay with feeling sad because someone else felt worse. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I could attach myself to this.
And,
So yeah, I didn't really listen to much rap until I really started making music with them.
Yeah, and I mean I listened to rap, but I also really listened to like psychedelic rock and classic rock
Yeah,
a
same.
lot.
Yeah.
Same.
Like a
Yeah.
lot of The Doors.
And I could tell, like I listened to y'all shit, like that Bobby Boucher,
Yeah.
Yeah.
the zombie, you know,
Drug
like,
zombies, yeah.
like what was the other one? Retrograde.
No way.
And those songs, like I could tell
Yeah.
tell like the like sort of guided you guys there, like and like, oh, these guys are mixing some flavors in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
You know?
We
and
try
that-
because we'll hear a song that we all enjoy and we'll want to grab from that right away. You know. Yeah. So like we don't hesitate to take influence from the shit that we like, the shit that we would listen to on the regular. We'll be like, oh, dude, we gotta try that.
Yeah, I mean we got songs bolted in all sorts of genres.
Yeah,
We
it's
never-
kinda crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's hard to even say what genre we are when people ask, like, oh, what kind of music do you make? We're just like, damn. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
'Cause
always
we
say
don't want to say.
But that's
rap.
why I say it's unique, because
Yeah.
because a lot of artists, and that this is another question that I was gonna ask you guys. I forgot when you guys were coming up with the name and the band and all this shit. Like a lot of artists, they go for the easy shit. Let me do what other motherfuckers are doing,
yeah.
so that I could try to make a hit and become a fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the artistry comes from like the uniqueness and shit.
Yeah.
And when I started listening to y'all shit, I'm like, oh shit, this got like some good ass fucking. This got its own flavor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's more appreciative as a listener.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we try to do, man, because There's been hella sessions we've had, and it's either like me, him, or him. We're like, I'm trying to sound like this. I'm trying to sound like this. And then at the end of the day, we're just like, no, we gotta sound like, just do it like, you gotta just do it like
Get
you.
a little close.
We gotta just do it like you, because we're always like, I want to sound like fucking Kendrick. I want to sound like fucking Dayglow or something. You know, like I want to sound like fucking Kanye. But it's like we can't. Like don't even go that direction.
So it's that's why like I don't know if you guys do this too. Like I do this like before. Like if I'm about to like start on an album or some bullshit, I try not to listen to too much music because that shit'll influence me a bit. You know
I heard
what I'm
Lil
saying?
Wayne say that.
You know what I mean? Because like sometimes some motherfuckers drop some heat ass shit and you're like, ooh, I could do some shit. And then like your brain's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's just me in my opinion. That's what I do.
No,
but
that's
like, go ahead.
No, that's an interesting. Like that's very interesting.
That is a good point.
Yeah, like I never thought about it like that. I feel like I'm still at the point where like I draw inspiration a lot from all the music I listen to.
Yeah, I personally I take like the complete.
That's true also. Yeah.
I take like the complete opposite approach sometimes. Like sometimes randomly, like if I'm like going through the motions of my week, going to work, coming back, going home, doing whatever. If there's like a specific song that keeps playing in my mind, like, and I keep playing it on like replay too, I'll think about it like, why do I like this? Like, why is this song like why am I getting attached to this song? And then I'm like, okay, I got to pick this song apart. I like this element from it. I like this from it. So now if I were to incorporate these in a beat, because like this is what I feel, how can I get this feeling onto a song? So I'll just make the beat, and then from there, everything comes out afterwards. And you can hear like the slight inspiration from the original source, but it's its own entity entirely. And then I kind of just go through that process, because for me, it's like, well, I believe Rick Rubin also mentioned something along the lines like, you draw inspiration from everything around you, right? And like it's almost as if source, the universe, the world, whatever, is giving you these signals, and you just have to create them into something tangible, something you can hear, see, touch, whatever.
Right.
So for me, that's where it comes in. Like,
I think we like to stay inspired. Because we can even take. For me, I can even get inspiration from like a movie. If I see a movie, like, I want to make a song that sounds.
I know what you're talking about.
movies,
any media, to be honest.
Like, I want to make something that sounds like how this movie is making me feel. Like, I want to make something like that. If it's dark, like I want to make something like that, or like I don't know, trippy. Like,
Can I share a point about that?
yeah,
too?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So there was this one movie that what was it called? The Runner.
Okay.
You made what was it? Death Note, right?
Oh yeah.
He made a song.
Oh
called,
yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's
So,
a good example.
He made a song called Death Note, and keep in mind this was during like the pandemic.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Said
No.
pandemic.
Knock on wood.
Yo, what the fuck?
that happened randomly. Saw that? Oh no! There it is.
Bro.
I'm not going back.
That's how you prepare, baby.
I'm not going back.
But this was definitely during the pandemic, and at that point, I already like tested positive for COVID. So I'm like, and he was like staying in my room at that time too.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he was
didn't
just
catch it.
chilling
I
there.
didn't catch it
He
for
didn't
some
catch it. I was the only one that had it, and I'm like, well, looks like we're stuck here for like a week. And he's like,
Oh, that's when they were doing the lockdown shit?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you had to
And
lock
then-
yourself in.
and then he was like, I'm gonna make a mixtape. They're like, all right, cool. So that he did it in like a whole week. But there was this
Ooh,
one
that
song
sound-
specifically,
Dope.
and this one song called Death Note that he made, and it was like so. We listened to this other artist called Boy Harsher.
Bon Narsh.
Bon Harsher. So we listened to Boy Harsher, and they did a song for this one movie called The Runner. So we keep hearing this song and seeing the aesthetic of the movie, and then that's when
I would recommend that movie.
Yeah, it's a great
and Boy Harsher. You probably
Boy
would.
Harsher.
Boy Harsher, dude.
What is it streaming on?
I think it was on Shudder. Like, if you ever heard of Shudder, it's like it's like the Netflix for like horror movies.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Dude.
Bro, I'm gonna check it out.
Check it out, bro. I would.
I'll be like searching for shit to look.
We'll send it
Later
to
on,
you.
send me some links. Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Yeah.
That's sponsored.
But anyways, like that whole movie, like just inspired. I think it kind of inspired that whole tape. Like
it did.
the sounds that I picked, the subject matter, like Blank Canvas is straight like
That
For-
spooky, like eerie type of feeling.
that. I love that shit. Like grabbing inspiration from like media like that instead of music, like that shit is it'll have you creating something that you're just like
That's dope though, cause
Yeah.
like y'all were like, hey, fuck it, we're stuck here. let's make some shit happen.
For that song specifically, I blacked out my entire room. So like I covered up all the windows because he was like, "Can we get it darker in here?" And I'm like, "Dude, say less." I got like a blanket,
Bro,
covered up
turn the light
window. I covered because like I have weird windows, so I had to cover up all the windows. There's like a semicircle window up top. I had to cover that. So the room was like pitch black. We turned up all like the LED lights everywhere, a black light, like everything. It was just like weird lights in there. And then that's when just Beauty got made.
Yeah, that sounds fucking dope as fuck. To be honest.
It was a good season, dude. That was a good time.
And I mean,
But that goes back to what I'm saying, right? So like most artists, they want to go for the easy shit and just try to make tracks. Like, oh, this is the track on right now. Let me make a track.
Sometimes
like,
I wish we did that.
I mean, I think.
I mean, it is cool, but like, you know, sometimes it is good to like stand out. You know.
No, and I think that if you're, for the majority of your music, standing out, and you're trying to appeal for like a very minority part of your like your whole catalog, I think that's fine. I think like I agree. Like it's not bad to try to follow what's going on.
No, yeah,
right now.
I'm not shitting on that. I'm just saying like, me as a listener, like I appreciate when someone brings like some new ass flavor that I
want to hear some new shit, dude.
Yeah.
So like when I said, you know, I'm listening to your stuff and I'm like, ooh, like I could hear the flavors that like you guys have like probably inspired like before type of shit.
No, yeah, and like going off of that again, it's just like I feel like if you can make a track that like it's kind of a gamble. You're kind of playing a lottery. If your shit sticks, then it's gonna stick. And let's say you make a song that does appeal to a trend, right? But the rest of your music is very uniquely you. I think that's what, like you said, you appreciate that more. So maybe that's like the draw. Maybe that's a marketing
like
tactic.
the draw, like yeah. I mean that is true too. Also, like because it is like if you also do have to think about it as a business. Because I got some of my guys that be like shitting on like, oh man, that should be whack as fuck. I'm like, yeah, bro, but like. If you do think about it as a business, we do have to make some type of money out of this shit, right?
Oh yeah. The goal of anybody who has a dream is to be able to make money from their dream,
from your art, or
from
from
your
your
art.
whatever it is you're doing.
Shit, man, we're trying to figure that out.
Yeah, or at
You know
least
what,
like
though?
We all are.
But we kind of do think about ourselves as a business too.
Yeah,
though.
we do. We did.
Go
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
We have an LLC under our names.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we're all business, equal share business owners.
That's
so
fucking dope.
contractually
See,
we're married.
That's smart. That's smart. It, like that's actually really smart because like you guys are doing it like right off the back and doing it like young. And like you got like a lot of years.
Dude,
ahead,
thank
man.
you for calling me young, man.
We're contract.
Let's go.
By contract, we're supposed to be here.
We're married.
We're technically
We're all
married.
supposed to
under
be
We're
here.
contract.
technically married.
Honestly, because our names are on that.
Yeah, no, we all have a share and we have an agreement. I mean, we're not going to go into full legal stuff.
No,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like-
No, but I understand what you're saying. Like, we're all doing the same shit. We're all putting like the same effort. We should all get the same fucking portion.
Oh
yeah.
You know what I'm
Everybody-
saying? Because like art, like to be honest, bro, me personally, I do art just to do it.
Yeah, which is good.
That's
I just want to
respectable.
do it.
We need
fuck
artists.
it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it has come to a point where you're like, oh shit, I've been doing this for a while. Like, I want to see a little bit back. But I'm still not worried about it. But I'm like, I want to see that return.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like, that's how it is sometimes, you know. And like the fact that you guys are like, we did the LLC right away, and you know that's smart as fuck.
I mean, it kind of just protects us too because Lazy Ass Pupils is its own entity that comes from us being there. But a lot of people don't know that having an LLC protects you from a lot of, let's say someone wants to sue you as a group, right?
Right.
Well, now with the LLC, they can't come after us legally.
Not only that, but like taxing purposes.
Taxing purposes, grants. You can.
Who came up with the logo?
It was a combination of this guy and me. So he drew up the idea. I kind of just helped bring it into like the graphic because he drew it on pencil.
Yeah, I'll
Pencil
draw
paper.
it.
But
I'll
he
draw
drew
it.
Rudy drew it out, and then I just turned that digital.
And I was just looking at it like, yeah, it's just fire.
Thumbs up, man.
We work like a union, bro. We got supervisors on deck.
Yeah, so we all.
I was just the foreman. I'm like,
Yeah. Because if it
that's
doesn't,
OSHA approved.
because if it doesn't go through him, he don't like it, then we can't use it.
No,
Right,
for real.
right.
Go through.
Because
And
well,
then-
you guys are doing something like a democracy type.
Yeah,
thing.
we got to, bro.
Yeah.
You kind of have to when it comes to like being a collective in music
Yeah.
in general. We all got to agree to, or at least have. We do treat it like democracy. At least a two out of three vote.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys used to do graffiti or anything?
No,
I used to
yo,
airbrush.
actually, he's the drawer.
Because I see it in the logo.
Yeah,
I used to
That's
airbrush
like a
a little bit.
style. Of like,
Yeah.
Because
Really?
I used to do that. Like
I could tell, dude. I seen the art.
Yeah, yeah, like-
I think down here, right in the stairs.
yeah.
Yeah, right here on the stairs.
Can I just say, for the record, this guy is talented.
Yeah, dude.
Very.
Thanks, man.
That amazed
Very
me. I was
much
like,
so.
what the fuck? You drew this? Yeah, you drew that. It's crazy.
No, but like going back to like the logo, like I could see it. You know, like I'm like a tagger did that.
Yeah,
Yeah, which logo though? We have two.
The LAP, the one that has the
The L, the A,
The L, here,
anarchy
hold on.
one, anarchy.
Yeah.
one.
Oh, wait, this
This
one?
one?
that should look dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
y'all,
that's
y'all
on my
gotta
tattoo.
fucking try to get some stickers or some shit.
Yeah,
but like
dude, we got stickers. We got
Yeah.
stickers.
Yeah.
That one I did, and then I did the. So the company has a different logo.
because to be honest, logos are fucking hard to do.
Dude, they're- oh, I went to school for graphic design, so when he gave me that picture, I was like, oh, dude, I got it.
So you guys got two logos?
We have
Yeah,
two logos.
so we
yeah.
have one for the music, which is the LAP.
the band for the us.
For the band, and then the logo's under a different name because we kind of running it like a entertainment company, like a music and entertainment
Yes.
company,
Okay.
Yeah.
like a label almost.
Ooh,
Here, I'll pull it up. So you
Nice,
can see.
nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we made two for that reason because we want one we can put on business cards and eventually apparel. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we had it with the
'Cause
intention.
I be seeing you guys like on the stories and shit.
Yeah.
And like I see like little tags on the
When
left.
we're
That should be
bro.
looking
Yup.
dope as fuck,
Yeah.
bro. I
Yup.
ain't even gonna lie.
Because you
like,
could put it anywhere in it, and like you're right, it would look dope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
was it
that's
that
why
one
we
video
do it.
where
That's
we're
why
tagging LAP?
that's the intention behind making that. You know, it was like we're gonna get serious about music. Like we want to do this, and I think a lot of artists aren't ready for that conversation. At least that are trying to like become up and coming artists. You got to become business savvy at
Of
one
course.
point.
Yeah.
That's where like my degree comes in because I studied business administration.
Oh, okay.
So I have a bachelor's in business administration. So it's like we all throw in something into the business and like we all kind of like
One
make
thing,
this
one thing
grow.
about Ronnie is, let's say we do a show or we make money, we make any type of money from anything we do, we give it to Ronnie and he'll put it in the.
I have a
he
separate
handles it.
account for
Ronnie-
everything. I have Excel
He puts-
spreadsheets
yeah.
too. Like I have
He got
all
his Cayman
Wait,
Island.
wait, we look-
the Cayman Island account.
The way we look at it, he is like the finance department.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he handles anything to do with like graphic design, marketing,
Dope.
in a way.
Social media.
Social
Dope.
media. Yeah,
That's
social media
dope.
is probably the best
Yeah.
way to go about it.
And then this guy gets a show.
Yeah, because I
And
was
then
telling,
he
I
gets
was,
the
I was
shows.
telling him like I don't know who I was communicating with on the
Oh,
on the
yeah,
page.
that was him.
Most
That was
likely,
him.
it's most
All of
likely
us,
man.
It
all
was
of
a
us.
mix of. It was a mix. It was a
Yeah,
mix.
yeah,
All of
so,
us.
yeah.
But yeah, and then like my end is like I handle more of the making sure we get the shows going and making sure that everybody agrees to all the terms. Because one thing that
True.
a lot of artists don't know is these places will try to fuck you over. They will lie. And if you don't have it in writing, always get everything in writing. If you don't have it in writing, they will try to cut your time short or not deliver on something. We missed a payment because of
From
that.
one show.
From one show.
It wasn't specified, but it was one of our more fun shows.
It was fun.
So I didn't really take it as a complete L because I was like, okay, it's experience. That's the one hand, both on the performance aspect as well as the business side of things. Like, okay, well, now we know to be more clear in the future. But at the
Right.
same time, I think it was one of our most. It was a lot of people at that. It was like a decent amount of people at that show.
I wouldn't
And
say no.
it was-
I mean
we're talking about Starlight, right?
Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I'd
That's
say
for that's LPE.
that. So yeah. So
yeah.
our company is Lazy People Entertainment.
that should look dope as fuck. You
So
get in a
we
car.
actually made this a 3D version. So
Yeah.
this is just the flat one,
yeah.
but the real one we use is the 3D version of this.
That should look dope as
yeah,
fuck.
and
Though.
he drew it. And he drew it.
Yeah.
I just like I said, I just made it digital.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah. So like
yeah, back to.
So I like to think that show, if it wasn't for that show, we wouldn't have learned. So it's not. I don't see it as a negative thing either. Like we got fucked over.
No, yeah. It shows like so that was another question I was gonna ask you guys. Like, you know, like with doing shows and shit. Like I've been seeing you guys been getting booked and doing your thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's another. You guys need to go check them out.
Please.
Please.
Tap in.
But like
Welcome.
that's like that's another part of like being an artist. Like, are you really ready to be on the fucking stage?
Yeah.
Because there's a thing from recording. There's a thing from recording and doing your thing, and now you're on stage in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what do you guys think about
Go
that?
ahead, Granny.
I would say that the point when you realize you're ready to be on stage is when you're confident enough in your own sound and your own music. You know, when you feel like this is something that I'm comfortable like doing. At least for me, like if I'm taking a shower and I can sing along to my own songs, I'm like, I can do this on stage. That's no problem. like what is that? It's no problem at all.
I'm at Rolling Loud the next day.
Doing one of these up there, but
Put your hands up.
it definitely has to be again, it's just another hurdle that you got to overcome. So the first one is actually releasing the music. Second one I would say is being like, okay, is this something that I can like comfortably do in front of people? And then from there it's like, yeah, it just kind of comes naturally. You know, I remember what was our first show? That was Waukegan.
Yeah, the walk.
That was Art
Oh
Walk.
shit, y'all been through that? Waukegan?
Yeah,
What
yeah.
spot? What spot was that?
It was I would say like almost a festival where Waukegan was holding this event called Art Park, and so the man running it, Austin, he was booking all the shows or booking all the artists, and he booked us, and he booked like, and the lineup was awesome because it wasn't just rappers, it wasn't just like rock bands, it was like pop, it was
Punk.
like
so cool.
so it was a beautiful start to, because a lot of our later shows are like kind of with that type of crowd too, so it was a great beginning. So yeah, Art Park, Waukegan. Have you ever been to downtown Waukegan?
Well, I got some of my guys are from there. Like
Really?
shout out
Yeah.
JR
Okay, so
Shook
they
and
definitely
Young
know.
Rari.
They definitely know where this is. It's like where the big thumb statue is.
Ooh.
Art Park.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
shout
See
out
that thumb
Waukegan.
statue?
I'm gonna ask you guys about
They
that.
they
We
have to
performed
know.
there.
They have to know. Right by
Yeah.
Genesee Theater. Like you definitely know if you're from.
We were by
if
the
you're
bus.
from Waukegan. By the what?
Everybody from
Oh,
Waukegan
yeah,
was
by
like,
the
oh
bus,
fuck, we
yeah.
just got shouted out.
Yeah, shout out Waukegan.
So that was like
Shout
the
out
first
Waukegan.
show.
That was our first show ever.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
it was tight, man.
I mean, aside from like family, family party shows, obviously.
No, well, yeah.
But like that was our first actual show where like we're performing for strangers. It was a
Yeah.
festival, you know.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool. And at that time, we had other people with us too that were doing live instruments. So we had our boy Augie that was playing drums.
Shout out
That's
Augie.
right.
Yeah, it was
We
his
had
birthday. It was his
Spencer
birthday.
on it was his birthday.
Man, that's dope. You get to perform on your birthday. That's
Yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
We had Spencer on bass. We had Jacoda on guitar. I was on another guitar. And then basically us three on vocals.
yeah,
And-
we went all out for that show.
Honestly, yeah. And going back to the question, like, you know, what does it take to like be ready to go perform? I think it's just kind of doing it. At least I understand getting mentally ready for it because it is something you got to be ready for.
I was stressing so
Yeah.
fucking hard, dude. That week
That
leading up.
nervousness, right? There's
Yeah.
nervousness and shit.
But-
I was stressing.
But I feel like it's kind of like swimming. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
But like, don't you agree? Like, well, in my opinion, like performing is like that's our payment. Like that, like
honestly,
yeah.
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I feed off on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if anything, that's our reward.
Yeah,
as artists, because
because-
you get to perform and do your shit.
dude. Do you? How do you feel like after you're done performing and you're off the stage and you're just like, dude, I just did that shit.
Like on days, because I sometimes do open mics and shit, and I'll improvise a song, like a whole song.
That's crazy.
And if like they like it, when I come off stage, most people are like trying to touch me and like shit.
It feels
like,
crazy,
it feels
dude. It
fucking-
feels crazy.
Yeah.
That you fucking get,
It's
like
its
you
own
get
high.
so much
It's-
energy off of that shit, you know.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of like a drug, really.
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's our reward. Like our reward system is like, okay, like you said, first make the track, then you're like, is this good enough? Okay, it is. I'm comfortable with it. All right, cool. I'm on stage. All right, cool. Boom, boom, boom. They liking it. Oh, you get off stage.
Yeah.
Bro, it could be.
Oh
It
my
could just be
God,
one person that says,
I,
"Hey,
I
you
wish
fucking
they
killed
gave that
that
shit
shit."
like in a pill.
Yeah.
I remember we performed one of the funniest things. So like one performance we did was at my godson's birthday party.
That was crazy.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
That
was
was
basically-
crazy.
Our crowd consisted of only tias and abuelas, bro.
Dude, it was.
Bro,
it
these
was
ladies were not
crazy.
fucking with it. I think they thought
Bro,
we.
even our homies left. Our homies left, bro.
Oh yeah,
Bro, our homies were leaving the backyard.
Yeah,
they was
dude.
not feeling that shit because it was so awkward.
It was
¿Quiénes son
awkward.
estos?
Bro, it was so
Right,
awkward.
exactly.
They're like, yo pensé que eran los Tucanes de Tijuana.
They're
Gonna mariachi,
expecting.
bro.
Dijeron que era una banda.
No mames.
They're expecting medicinals. El 24, there you go.
24.
We're doing drug zombies, bro. We did drug
No,
zombies.
wait, no, we
I
didn't
don't
do
know.
drug
Oh,
zombies.
Hey, no, for real though, that drug zombies, bro. You guys need to go check that shit out
Please.
on Spotify.
Yeah, go listen
and
to it, man.
Listen to that shit, man, because
It'll do you
that
some
track,
good. It'll do you some good. Go
like
listen to it.
I like well, that goes back to what I was saying earlier, like the different flavors that I hear, and when I heard that track, I'm like, this is fucking different.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
This is different. It like you know, it's still hip hop, it's still shit like that, but it's different.
Yeah.
And like the music, the way you guys put that, you know, the beat and like you know
Yeah.
the lyrics and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I fucks with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
man.
And the
I,
thing
I
is,
like doing tracks like that. To be honest.
that song was like honestly one of our easiest
you, bro.
ones to
Thank
make.
you. I'm gonna
thank
shake you up,
dude.
too.
Hell yeah, bro. Come on. That one
So
right
I got
there.
this mind, body, soul shit. So like,
I've heard that. I've heard it.
if you since you guys are cool as fuck, bro, it's just you give me 3 and then some love. So you go 1.
Oh, I thought you were talking
2,
about your mixtape.
3.
Boom.
Yes.
Mind, body, soul.
Mind,
Okay.
body, soul. My, body, my soul.
That's
I
crazy
actually
'cause
said
we have
that
a
in the song.
Yeah, we have a song out with
It's
with
called
the
Mind and
collective,
Body.
Mind and Body.
And that's how my verse starts off.
Y'all
My
should let me
mind, my
do it
body,
on
my
the
soul.
feature. Nah, anyway, no.
Dude, I'm
Hey,
down.
don't play it, bro.
I'm
Stop
down.
Yeah,
playing.
anyway,
Remix.
Going back to what you were saying, you
Yeah.
know, so like that's the crazy part of it all, you know, like
Yes.
the ensemble of
Yeah.
bringing some shit, and it's like something new. And I don't know how you guys felt when you released it. I don't know if you guys were like, oh, is people gonna like this shit or not? Like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
That was the project
that
where
was,
I was
the
like,
first.
because it's
Sorry.
different from the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because the Bobby Boucher is different, and then like the Retrograde is different, and
Yeah.
what was the other one? I heard like
We did Lazy Ass Psychedelic.
Lazy.
That
That was a
one's dope
fun
as-
album. I love that one.
Yeah.
That one was a lot. Yeah, that one. There's
how,
songs
how
on there
many
we did-
albums you guys got together?
I mean, we
I mean, if we could call them albums.
Yeah, I guess the only album we have
make
out.
passion projects.
Yeah, passion projects.
I
I
guess
like that.
yeah. I mean, the only one that would technically classify as an album, and at least in my eyes, is Lazy Ass Psychedelic.
Lazy Ass Psychedelic.
Is where it's like
Um,
we really like thought this shit out, and we were like,
This needs to have a narrative.
Yeah,
like a
something.
structure.
we're trying to like make them feel something or go through something. Like if they really wanted to listen to it all the way through, like if, let's say like 10 years later somebody's listening to that shit, they can appreciate it because we really put a lot into it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even Turnip Bear, I would say.
Turn Up Bear.
Was
could
Turn Up Bear was
classify
sloppy,
as an-
though.
It was sloppy, but that's our first attempt at it.
We got really into the music making process and actually being about what we were like rapping at that time. So like we were partying like crazy during that Turn Up Bear
Oh
project.
man, I was.
Do you guys like bounce back on each other on like the
Ideas?
writing?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, now we
Dude,
do.
a lot of
Now
the-
we
right?
do a
Yeah.
lot more now.
a lot of times
Because
it would
that
be-
helps, right? Like
Oh, yeah.
when you
Yeah.
got like, hey, bro, what do you think about this line type of shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll rap it to each other and then see how we react to it, or be like, hey, bro, like I'm working on this. Here.
Yeah,
What do you think?
a lot of the songs come along where it's like, all right, the beat's made, everybody goes in their little spots and they write, and we're just writing, and then he'll be like, all right, hey, you want to hear what I got?
Oh wait, so is there not, now that you're doing that, that was another question. How,
Yeah.
When you guys write, do you write on paper or fucking phone?
I do both.
Or
Yeah, I say-
laptop?
It depends. It depends the setting.
Never laptop. It's always either notebook or phone.
Yeah.
Notebook or phone.
Right.
So
right.
phone, as crazy as it sounds, it's like phone if I just want to have like a verse done, but I would write it out if I want to get more like intricate with like wordplay or with like what's another cool buzzword that they use? Assonance. where you have like similar sounding syllables. Like right there was just an assonance as well.
Yeah,
Similar
like
sounding
alliteration
syllables.
and shit.
Yeah, so you just have like
What the
all
fuck?
that just right there. Like if I want to get more creative with that, I'll write it out because it lets me like kind of time out how I'm like going along on a song too.
Yeah.
But then if I do it on my phone, that's just like I'm already like 2 blunts in,
That's
maybe
the
a beer.
poetry side.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Because when when I was a kid too, like poetry, like they would teach you like there's different, you know, the haiku,
Yep.
the pentanic,
Sonnets, all that.
pentanic,
Oh,
whatever the fuck.
oh, I forgot what it was called. Yeah, there's haikus, and then there's it's the one that Shakespeare wrote in.
Oh,
Sonnets.
yeah.
Sonnets.
The A,
sonnet.
B, C.
Oh, yeah,
whatever
the rhyme schemes, but
Yeah,
the one that you were saying pentonic or like
Pentonic, yeah. Like,
oh, I forgot what
like
that
that's
was.
how I know. That's how I know you're like a writer too.
All
'cause-
I remember is the lady doth protest too much methinks, and it's like all of that. If
Yeah.
it goes in that order, that's I forgot what it was called, but it's a Shakespeare term. I'm sorry, Miss Ambrosia, you're probably mad at me, but
Shout out to Miss Ambrosia.
yeah,
Shout
she
out
was
to
my
Ambrosia.
junior year English teacher.
Hold on, let me check the video real quick.
She's probably so
Go ahead, go ahead.
disappointed.
But yeah, no,
Real.
that is
Iambic pentameter.
iambic.
There we go. It's
yeah.
iambic pentameter.
I gotta tap in because I'm not familiar with any of the shit you guys are talking about.
I think it would do us some good, bro. Just kind of
Yeah.
going back into
Yeah.
it and just kind of
It's a lot of syllable counting.
yeah.
And like what gets stressed and unstressed when you deliver it.
And it helps because that's kind of like going into music making, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's like us studying the craft.
Yeah. How much time? Damn, we went for an hour already. Oh my
Not yet.
But no,
we're
not
we're,
really. We're chilling, bro.
but yeah, you know, having that background in English too kind of helps just to like really deliver things nicely.
Yeah.
And I like to study other artists too. I don't know about you guys, but I'll listen to like Kendrick how he delivers a verse versus like an ASAP Ferg verse versus Schoolboy Q verse versus like Ski Mask verse.
Yeah.
I want to see how they deliver it, what they say, how they say it, and how it like sits nicely on a beat.
Yeah.
And then I try to like emulate something like that, but with like my own little like
Personality.
pizzazz.
Yeah. And I mean, it goes back to like drawing inspiration, you know, from
Yeah.
like music and all other things. Yeah, it all just kind of goes through from there. We kind of start with something, you kind of start studying it, and then from studying it, you start making it your own.
Of course. As how creation is. That's really what art is. Because if you think about it, what does an artist create that's not already a mental rendition of something they've seen or got inspired from?
Right.
So
Right.
everything just builds on top of each other. There's levels to it.
Like that's what knowledge pretty much is. Like the reason why we have fucking iPhones now is because motherfuckers before wrote down this shit and then people build upon it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like that, like with like the way we're doing poetry or even rap and all that shit, if you do think about it, it has to do with Shakespeare going all the way back.
And even before
Writing
that,
that way.
Before, yeah.
even before.
that, right? That's what I'm saying. So like
Plato's The Republic. Like, it
Right.
all goes back.
So like it like seeps through the music that you guys make. Cause I could hear it. I could see. I could tell and shit. Cause I like writing is like one of my main things. Like when I look for an artist and shit, like a new artist, I listen to their shit. Oh, okay, cool. The beat's dope. Oh, hell yeah. Boom, boom. Oh, shit. The lyrics are good too.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another thing that stands out to me and shit. So that's what,
thankfully, we're all writers. You know,
Yeah.
like, if you think about it, like
I
that's
think
something I've never thought about, but we do care about what we're writing. We do care about what we're writing. Man, yeah, I've never really appreciated that about us.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean,
Nice, good job.
We're solid, man. We're solid.
and that's probably like that goes back to like that day when you guys fucking met. Well, when
Bro.
he came up, when he
Yeah.
came and whatever, and like I'm pretty sure like you guys were like, oh shit, he got the style that I kind of like, and then he got
Yeah.
And most of my poems were just based off of songs he's already made. So like I would hear that and I'd be like, oh, okay, how would I come on that? Because I like this beat and I like.
And
this,
mind
like,
you, those
whole
beats,
everything.
those beats I didn't make at the time. Those were just straight off YouTube. So, I mean, you were writing on somebody else's
What
beats.
the fuck?
That's cool.
Wait, what the
I feel
fuck, dude? I was under
deceived,
the
bro.
impression you made those beats.
Yeah,
What?
man, come on, man.
My whole life is a
I'm
lie.
fucking sorry.
We're done, bro.
No, that's it.
I'm
Alright.
stopping the podcast.
cut the tape.
Dude, why'd you bring us here?
It took me a while.
Yeah, no, that's
No, but yeah, I think just our whole creative process and the fact that like we write, and a lot of artists are always kind of ashamed because they're like, oh, you gotta freestyle it. Like there's that stigma, like you gotta make it freestyle, and it's like we
there's
freestyle.
really there really is no rules though. Like
Exactly.
like that's why I tell when my guys are like, oh, that shit whack is like I don't know, bro. If someone likes it, it's probably good.
Yeah.
You just don't hear it.
So they be telling you that your shit's whack?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I got this one coworker too that would tell me like, man, something about your music, man. It's like it's good if they played it in like Europe or something, but like
yeah.
if you were to play,
Bro,
dude, this is exact words. He said, "Oh, this will be good in like Europe in a nightclub or something, but I'm not gonna blast this in my car."
Motherfucker, we're gonna have a
But
world
you know
tour.
what that is though? You know what that is like? Because this is your coworker. He's like, oh shit, this motherfucker's doing something. Because I've got, I like you. As a music lover, bro, you do have to be honest with your own shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
When you're listening to someone's shit or when you're listening to your own stuff, you have to be honest. You have to be like, man, maybe I kind of like fucked up on this.
This take,
Yeah.
I
When-
could have done
when
it
you-
over. I could have did it better.
Yeah, when you do that though, that's kind of like the best artists are their biggest critics of themselves. They're the biggest critics of themselves.
True.
And a lot of them have imposter syndrome for that reason.
True.
Yeah.
And sometimes that also leads to artists not releasing their shit because they're trying to perfect it, and you have to realize that you're not gonna perfect it. Like art itself is not perfect.
Yeah.
If it were perfect, it wouldn't be art.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
and-
quote that shit by Grani.
Quote that.
Put that on the shirt.
Pending on it.
Put
Put that on the shirt. Put that shit on the
Merch
shirt.
that. Merch
Real
that.
shit.
merch. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and I do suffer a little bit from that. I've gotten better at it now, where like I do want to drop this year, and I'm going to drop, and I have stuff ready to drop. It just needs to get mixed and mastered now.
Yeah.
As a solo artist. But
Okay, so that goes to one of my last questions.
Let's
I'm
go,
gonna
let's
kinda
go.
ask.
Yes.
So I know you guys are like doing a bunch of like projects together. All this music that I've heard is you guys together and stuff like that, which sounds fucking dope as fuck. But are you guys eventually like planning on doing
Solo music?
Yeah, we have our own solo music
Yeah.
already out.
The
too.
way we see it is we never want to break up LAP.
Never.
Lazy Ass Pupils, that's who we
please don't.
are.
That shit's on my skin. I
bro.
can't.
That's on his skin, bro.
Like it's literally on my skin. I can't. There's no turning back.
I never
now.
want LAP to ever break away and like not be a thing. What I think is, as solo artists, we kind of think of like ASAP, right? ASAP Mob, and then you got every individual member doing their own shit. Some are more successful than others or whatnot. That's irrelevant.
Right.
But
And then you get cozy tapes.
yeah, but like they come together.
cozy tapes, bro.
They
Get
come
the
together,
cozy tapes.
right? And people love that. I feel like it's good to have solo careers. You shouldn't stray away from being solo artists. The only thing is that we keep a mentality that we are a collective first and solo artists second. And that's not just in the music, but from business too. Like we are our own individual person that contributes
True.
our
At
part.
the end of the day, I'm my own person.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I bring to what I want to the table, but at the end of the day, I also want this is what I have in my fucking
bro.
perspective or whatever. And like the fact like when I met you, like I felt that I'm like, oh, okay, this like the energy you brought was like, oh, I just like to like do my shit, and I want artists to do their shit, and like we all fucking congregate, and we all, because we met up like at the Outta Space.
Yeah, at the Outta Space.
Shout out Outta
Shout out
Space.
By the way,
Space.
man,
R.I.P.
like doing a
R.I.P.
little quick thing. I love Outta Space, man. It was really unfortunate to hear what's going on, that they're closing it down. And I want to give a nice, shout outs to them and a lot of love to them, man. I really appreciate that place. It was really important for artists. That was my little gym, but you know what I'm saying?
No, and
was
for
a gym
us,
They gave us so
For us,
much
the
love
Outta
over there,
Space,
bro.
Honestly, we performed at quite a few spots now, venues and all that. But the Outta Space was just like, it felt like home, like a.
It was so close.
It was warm. It was a warm spot.
It was a home for
It was our
artists.
home.
Yeah, exactly.
Of all walks of
It was
life.
an
You make
important
music, paintings, whatever. Like, Outta Space was a place for everybody.
True.
I got faith they're gonna come back though. I got faith someone's gonna buy it out, and they're gonna do
Hopefully
something
they
with
do
it,
the
man.
same thing and allow artists. But hey, man, I gotta say, man. Go ahead. What were you?
Well, I was gonna say because I kind of want to talk about how we met, man.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
Because that was at the Outer Space. It was an open mic, and I wasn't planning on performing at all, right? And my boy Joey came out, and while I was waiting for him, the guy behind the bar was my coworker and my homie. Shout out Dennis, and he was like, "What do you want to drink?" And that night, I was like, "Fuck it, you know what? I haven't had a Long Island in forever." So I asked for a Long Island iced tea. Before I know it, I'm like, wait, these guys are rapping? Shit, I want to rap. I was like, all right, fuck
That's
it.
right up my alley.
I was like,
could do that.
This is my crowd. And I just signed up. I was like, fuck it. I was the last person to go. And there was one spot available. Took it. And then when I got up there, I'm like, dude, I fucking loved everybody that like went up and did their shit. Especially rappers, because sometimes you could tell when like rappers, not that they're out of place, but like all the other artists that performed were not rap. So it's like some people just got to get a feel for the rap music.
True,
in that setting.
right? Because it depends on the crowd. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna have this dude on the drums because they had a band member.
Yeah.
I was like, they're gonna play for me, and I'm just gonna go off of that energy, get really fucking weird, whatever, and did that. And I was like, in my head, I was like, nah, I want to bring up these artists though, because I want to bring them up because it's an open mic. We're just chilling. We're here to have fun. It's the last act,
True.
So I was like, fuck it, let me bring you up. I was like, bro, IQ Soul, I got your name. I was like, bro, pop up. And you did. And you fucking killed it. This dude can come up with choruses like crazy.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there to see that.
No, because you were like, he came up with like this one track, and I went off of it, and I came up with a chorus to it, and then he came back into it, and I was like, oh, this could be a fucking track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Who's streaming that? Anybody was streaming that?
Nah, nobody.
If anybody that night at Outer Space has that video, send
Please
it. Send
to
that
us,
shit.
man.
Lost media.
Lost media for
Hashtag
real.
IQ
Lost
Soul
tapes
on
and
tape.
shit.
This is gonna come back 12 years later, like 480p video.
They're gonna buy it for like 450K. But yeah, that was a really cool moment. I'm glad that this came to fruition, man. Because I wanted to be on your pod. Since I saw the first episode, we wanted to be on it. We were really happy when you reached out to us.
Yeah, man, because I reached out because I was like, man, these guys are dope as fuck. I listen to y'all shit. I watch y'all reels and all that bullshit. Like, I was like, man,
Hell yeah.
I see they doing something big.
Yeah,
They doing
thank you.
so. You guys need to like check them out and shit. But
Yeah.
like,
I also want to give a quick shout out to our homies, Happy Vibes Only, HBO, because
Yes.
they've been with us for a lot of it. They also are a collective like us, and they're like-minded individuals that match our energy. So if you fuck with us, I think you'll fuck with them too.
Yeah.
dope.
And
Yeah.
maybe we can
Yeah.
link you up with them too.
Yeah, that'd be
Honestly,
dope.
have him on
Have
some
him on the show.
I'm all about collaborating with. I love collaborating with artists, especially if I like what they're doing, bro. I
Yeah.
think the music and all that shit just gonna like it speaks through itself once you
Yeah.
like start fucking with other people and like
Yeah.
and you feed off their energy too, like you know what I'm saying?
And we just put
Yeah.
out a tape. Like at the end of last year,
Yeah.
like it wasn't like last week. You know?
Well, that was like a year ago. What are you
Dude,
doing?
fucking- we just put out a tape as a collective with HBO called
Yeah.
Laveau.
Oh, nice.
Laveau,
Lazy ass vibes only.
There's actually a track I want you guys to like jump on, but like we'll,
Oh,
we'll,
really?
we'll
We'll
talk
do it.
about
We'll
we'll talk
talk
about
about-
that like off air
We're doing
and shit.
we're
like
doing
that.
for
pleasure
real.
right now. Business is after.
That's behind the scenes.
Yeah. But like
This is where we get managers involved.
we're coming to like the end of the episode. Like as always, you know, when I have an artist or a guest, I want them to like showcase something, and I wanted to know if you guys wanted to showcase something.
Yeah. So
Yes,
we,
of course.
go
So
ahead.
they
Tell 'em a
guys
little bit.
they're gonna give you a little snippet.
Which one?
Okay, so we're gonna play this song we got called.
We're doing it's Dracula Flow.
Is that what we call it?
Yeah, Dracula
And this
Flow.
is not
remember
released
it.
yet.
So we actually just scheduled it. It should be coming out towards the end of the month. It should be coming out towards the end of the month because it's just 3 songs we got.
Send it to me. I'll play it off of maybe the microphone, and I'll just, add it to the thing.
For sure.
But for now, play it on the.
Yeah. So like we got a little mini, I guess, little tape. It's just 3 songs, little EP, coming out.
Oh, let me see your headphone jack.
Yeah. It's the original.
All right, cool. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this song's called Dracula Flow. No, yeah. So this song's called Dracula Flow. Because if you haven't seen Dracula Flow on YouTube, you definitely should. It's definitely worth it.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Oh yeah, Dracula Flow.
So that's really where that title came from. We just watched these videos. Like, there's like a whole series of videos called Dracula Flow, and it's just some of the most absurd shit you could ever hear. And I'm like, I fuck with that.
That's the title. If you ever think, damn, this artist really put a lot of time into naming this track, or there's like double entendres and shit, there isn't. We just like naming shit after shit we see.
How would you describe his what he's doing in those videos?
He's just being a fucking OG. That's what
Starting
that's what he was
movements.
doing.
That boy is on fire.
Say some of them. I forgot them, but
He said,
I
I'm
hope-
him. I've been him. And I will continue to be him.
No, my favorite one of his is where he goes, I hope that aliens are real so that I have more things to fuck.
Yeah. Dracula Flow, bro. That
Dracula Flow on YouTube. We don't own any rights to anything you see there. We don't associate with that, but
that man was straight up on
That man-
Demon Time.
that man's on Demon Time.
do you guys have this on your phone?
What is it?
It's the jack.
I didn't bring the laptop.
Fuck it, do you want me to just play it?
Play it out the phone.
You guys can hear it when it drops at the end of this month.
Yeah. Drunk, got the Glock locked in, take a shot. I'm sunk too deep in, far off the top. I don't wanna stop, repping these colors on the block. Just another day, rolling through the city, past the cops. Hey, I'm with all that shit. No way, I'm with all that shit. Cleaning up your hood with a mop, bang, robbing all that shit. Spend my time deceiving, steady plotting, scheming. I'm believing we gon' hold it down for the squad. The rest of y'all is dreaming. The rest of y'all is snoozing like you hitting buttons on alarms. Cause I'm steady shooting, carrying the world on my arms. Yeah, the weight is heavy, feel it on my shoulders,
let's go.
go dumb. Sipping Henny till the feelings go numb.
Spend my time, it's the summertime, and I know you out losing your mind. Be on that, got something heavy weighing on my back, I can't be seen with that. So I stay inside, know how to deal with that. I got me my own little circle, drink up in my cup like Kirko, baby. Why you tripping, Urkel, nerdy, and you really flirty. Let's not slow like turtles. Game, I'm jumping hurdles. Lean on me like sipping purple. Break you out your shell like Squirtle. Need me a walk. I'm looking at the sky and thinking, how the fuck am I maintaining? Need a medal where I'm standing on my. It's so outlandish. LAP is like the Phantom. You can't see us, we just vanish. You can't beat us, you take damage. Like yeah. White man stone can't see expression. Eyes wide shut like this a movie. I see life in film. We gon' make a meal, yeah. That's just how we feel. That's just how we feel, yeah. That's just how we feel.
Shout out HBO Booth for this part. Yeah. To you, tooth mill when I'm in the stew. Hold on, let me speak my truth like roll down when I'm in the booth. Let the verses reveal the proof. Trill courage to the well on you. No fans do well by you. This is the last chance to change your tune. Nope. Then I guess you're through. Find help cause the red dot on you. Look at it cause I'm feeling cool. I've been from here, little Timbuktu. Been on point like the nose on Gru. Been dormant like most kaiju. Now I'm up, oh what to do? Time to hit this stool, make a hit on you like ooh. Another one is down, authorities go call his mom. Pops here, they all my sons. Here like ready player one. One song come run along cause right now I'm just having fun. Kill a rapper and sing along. Come on y'all, let's sing this song.
So I know how to spend my time. It's the summertime, and I know you out losing your mind. I just can't be on that. Got something heavy weighing on my back. I can't be seen with that. So I stay inside, know how to deal with that.
Yeah, I think the song goes something like that.
Yeah, something like that. It's gonna drop soon.
That
Can I just say,
Y'all need to check that shit out when it comes out.
Can I just say that was the first time I've tried performing since I got out the hospital.
Hey,
was in the
congrats to that, bro,
Cheers.
for sure, man.
Cheersington.
To health,
To
bro.
health.
To being healthy. Health and wealth. I love it. Put that on the shirt.
Yeah.
To mind, body, and soul, bro.
Yeah, mind, body, soul. So
Amen.
if you guys want to jump on, I'm going to throw a little beat on. If you want to do a little freestyle to it, do it, and I'll finish it off at the end. And that's how we just end it.
Fuck it.
Sounds
let's do it.
perfect, man.
All right, so here we go.
Hey, hey. Yeah, I get it. The way I get the cheddar, everybody be so clever with it. I know that this shit is so acquitted. I was ready to trademark it. The way I'm flowing is so stupendous. I'm really with it. Hey, got my boy IQ so and grimy. Chain pulling up and we popping up at the lobby. I don't give damn anybody gon' see it. They bodied by all the flows that we be coming with. Yeah, we on it like a kamikaze. The fuck you mean? These people see this type of steel. It's got the steez. It really means we is the best. The LAP. Come fuck with me, ayy. Fuck with me,
Hey,
ayy.
fuck with me, yeah. This real. This beat real funky. Okay, let me get my feet foot in. Okay, I'm just going like John Gooden. I don't know what that mean. I'm pushed out into. Okay, let's just keep on going. I'm just flowing, fucking around. This podcast got me drinking hella Modelo's, just drinking them down. Fuck yeah, I'm with my boys, LAP and IQ. So you know we going all the way. We ain't stopping. You know that we tryna keep on making music till we make a profit. We just on my phone, gotta put that shit away. I gotta make a song today. Okay, let's see what I can say. Okay.
See what words I can say. Let's see what kind of message I can say and it'll stay. Let's see how many times that I can go throughout my day, not checking my phone, thinking about what I'ma do when I'm alone. I think I'm gonna write a song, make a jam, make a beat. I don't know, maybe I should take the feet. Hell no, bro, I ain't never doing that shit. Every time I come around, you know I'm blasting that shit. Fucking that LAP, HVO, yeah, you know we on the go. Playing all that music, yeah, you know that we got all the flow. Yeah, you know that we don't stop because you know that we on top. And if we ever stop, you know that, man, that shit just gonna drop.
Damn.
That shit gonna
Yeah.
drop.
That shit gonna drop. Hey, gonna drop. Never ever fucking thought the way that we was doing this shit. You know that we not gonna stop.
This feels like Outta Space, like we're at the Outer Space.
Yeah.
And then we gotta break into a monologue.
shit all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me pick up the degree. I'm a different pedigree. You want some good music? Holla LAP. You know what the fuck I be? I be doing this shit through my city. I take over the whole shot. Do this shit cause I'm not shy. I fucking go slide by, get in between her thighs anyway. Fuck it, I do it any day. That's why they call me IQ So OJ.
OJ.
So glad that they came through. I fucking do this shit, yo. I'm fucking so smooth. About to go through the fucking clouds instead of the podcast. You know what the fuck? Don't even ask, man. I'll go get some ass, man. Y'all motherfuckers are so ass, man. Yeah, fuck it. We about to drop, and that's the end of the shit. So don't stop. Yeah, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Motherfucking
Thank you,
check
everybody.
out motherfucking LAP on motherfucking lazy ass pupils. Give them all your motherfucking links.
Yeah,
Give them all
lazy
your
ass
links real quick.
pupils. We got lazy ass pupils on Instagram. I believe our page on Facebook is Lazy People Entertainment.
Yeah.
Spotify, iTunes, all that other shit.
Lazy
that you
ass
listen to
pupils.
music,
And
Lazy Ass
give out
Pupils.
your like individual Instagram and shit.
Yeah, I'm LAP_Mastech on IG.
I'm Chaim Olivares _. That's Chaim, man. ChaimOlivares _ on Instagram, and then
And then mine's LAP_Grony GRONY.
I should probably spell mine.
So
Follow me, man.
Yeah, I always
Hey
go
man, do me a favor. This is y'all homework. Y'all need to go fucking check out their latest drops on Spotify. Leave some comments about how y'all feel about those tracks. So those motherfucking tracks got their own flavor, man. And I just want to say thank you guys for fucking coming through, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
you,
us.
bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Honestly,
for real,
Mind,
bro.
body,
soul,
soul, baby.
boom.
Let's go. Let's go.
Body, soul, bam.
Yeah, thank you, bro. We appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man.
For
I
real.
appreciate
man.
it.
And we love this place. We
Bro,
love
this
this
is
place, man.
honestly, I wish you nothing but the best of luck with this show, bro.
Yeah,
Dude,
for
for
sure,
real.
man. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
P.O.T. heads, check us out. Check them out. We out. P.O.T. baby.